Libra, hi. So this is going to be a reading for August 17th through the 23rd. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Libra. The overall energy for the reading, the Temperance card. I'm kind of getting a clear message with this one, kind of saying give it time, which I don't know what that means. I do see time applying to some situations. But okay, in the recent past, the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the High Priestess. You felt the need to be done with something there. Your intuition was kicking in, telling you, hey, this isn't working out for me, goodbye. Okay, now, in the current situation, the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Fool. I see some options opening up for you in regards to your stability, so this could apply to your home, your job. And I'm seeing you taking at least one of those opportunities being open. Like, okay, yeah, I'll do that, or yeah, I'll keep myself open to that possibility. So there's a lot of openness and working through these options, these choices that are opening up here for you. In the immediate future, the Three of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Six of Wands. Yeah, there's a soul connection here, and the time thing applies to the soul connection in the sense of if you give it time, I do see you at the end of it all being quite satisfied, quite, oh, I'm so happy that I gave this some time, you know. So okay, let's clarify. Let's do the Temperance card. Hey, we have for a couple of days now, and August would be the month in which they appear, you know, the bee species of all sorts. But for a couple of days I've seen, and I Google lensed it, and I figured out what it is. A couple of dark-looking bees by the feeders there, by the hummingbird feeders. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. They would show up right about now. And then I looked them up, and they showed up as hornets of some sort. Because they have a white dot somewhere. But I'm like, these are new. I've never seen these before. So I don't know where they're coming from, but they're coming. They're coming. And I'm not going out there anymore. That's it. Until Christmas. Man, and they're big. Maybe they have a nest around that I'm not seeing. I don't know. For the Temperance card, you get the Three of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Fool. Okay, so yeah, you're in a period of time in which you gotta be patient with something. And I feel like this patience aspect is even coming from you. Kind of saying to yourself, hey, I just gotta give this time. I just gotta be patient. I just gotta... But in your energy, you're showing up as impatient. As, no, things have to happen now. You know, that's not how it works. And you know that's not how it works. It's not something new, I'm telling you. So you're quite impatient here. You're quite losing your patience over something that you know requires patience. So you're putting yourself in a pickle there. For the Five of Pentacles in the recent past, you get the Eight of Wands, the Strength card, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, once you made up your mind about this, like, okay, this gotta go, it went. Like, you went for it. Okay, we gotta make this go now. Okay, let's do that. And it was challenging, it was tough, but I kind of see you being like, no, I'm done here, so let's make it done, you know? Let me do the Hierophant. For the Hierophant, you get the Four of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. Man, and it was, you're coming from a sense of almost trying to protect something. That's why you make that go away. So you're showing me as far as something you've built in your stability, so something around home or work, like you've built that a little empire there, and whatever that is that needs to go, you're saying it needs to go because I need to protect my creation here. So your decision over removing that comes from a protective stance more than anything. It's like, I need to take care of my shit, so you need to go, you know, because you will interfere with this. Okay, let's do the High Priestess, the Sun, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Cups. And then we see a soul connection attached somehow to all of this. But it's redundant because that soul connection as an energy carries a lot of happiness and a lot of love. So I don't know how that's involved there. In the sense of, is it part of the thing you're trying to protect? Is it the thing you're trying to remove? But then why would it be surrounded by so much love and, you know, like I don't know. I just see it appearing there, and I see it part of the story somehow. Now, I don't know what end of the story it belongs to. Again, the party you're trying to protect or the party you're trying to remove. Let's do the King of Pentacles. In the current situation, you get the Star, the Chariot, the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're very creative at this moment in time, and again, this energy could belong to either work or home. For you, in which there's a big ass energy of creativity opening up for you. That's why these options are showing up, like, oh, you know, we could renovate the entire home and I want that tone to it, or I want that, you know, aspect to it, or whatever. And not only this creativeness opens up for you, you're actually applying it. So you're not just sitting around and thinking about how nice it would look if you gave your house redo, you know, like, no, you're doing something, even if it's something small, you know, replacing a chair. No. You're like, okay, we're doing this, we're starting this. Okay, let's do the Seven of Cups. You get the Seven of Cups again, the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. I kind of see you with whatever this is, that even if you may not know everything about, maybe you want to install solar panels on your home and things like that. And it's like, I don't know shit about solar panels. I don't know shit about shit. I just want to do that. But so even if you don't know these things, you're still gonna, you know, you're willing to learn. It's like, it's okay, I'll learn. Even if I don't know shit about shit. Come here, I gotta pull that hair. No! He ate it. And then hairball. Anyways, you're still gonna learn, you're still gonna apply, you're still gonna, you know, nobody's rushing you here. It's a process. It's like, okay, I'm opening up to something that I may not know shit about, but I'm willing to learn. Okay, cool. Let me do the Fool in the current situation. For the Fool, you get the Page of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Eight of Swords. This is where impatience starts to creep up on you here. Because you're like, okay, look, whatever this is, I know it's going to take some time. I'm very much aware of that. But man, I wish it could happen like yesterday. Well, you no. You can't do that. Like, you can't tell me, on one hand, I'm super aware that I need to wait, and on the other hand, oh man, I'm such in a rush here that it's not even funny. You're kind of fucking with yourself there, you know? Pick one. You're either going to be completely impatient and then throw out the window that whole notion of, oh, I know I have to wait, because then one eliminates the other. If you know you have to wait, then why are you not waiting, basically, you know? So you're kind of fucking with yourself there. And the reason that lack of patience is there is because you're too much in your head about the timing of things. Like, let it unfold naturally. Just let it be. Let it complete when it wants to complete, whatever this is. For the Three of Wands in the immediate future. What's going on here? In the immediate future, you get the Ace of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. Oh, we're going back to that. Hold on. We're going back to the past experience with this one, and you're saying there's a little bit of regret that shows up. There's a little bit of, what if I rushed into things? What if, just like now, I lost my patience and da-da-da-da-da. What if, you know, kind of eliminating whatever that is was impulsive? What if it was a mistake? What if I didn't give that enough time for me to figure out what it is that I wanted there? Because it does seem to go quite fast, in the sense of, okay, you make up your mind, the next day the thing is gone. You know, so this is you kind of going back to that. And with a little bit of doubt over your decision there of closing that off. Let me do the Six of Cups in the immediate future, the Ten of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Ace of Cups. Because what creeps in on you is definitely an energy of renewal for that situation. You know, an energy of, what if I cut that off instead of giving it a chance? You know? And it's just, this energy is starting to amplify more and more, to the point in which it's going to go past regret into kind of getting stuck in your head about it. Kind of being like, man, what if I fucked up, though? You know? Let me do the Six of Wands in the immediate future. For the Six of Wands, you get the Page of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands. We're going back to the current situation in which your creativity definitely shows up and takes over, and you're doing something there in which ultimately you're looking like you're lacking patience. But we're going back to acknowledging that the past situation, I'm not going to say regret, because I don't think it's regret. I think it's a little bit of doubt, a little bit of thinking back based on the experience you're going through right now, and maybe acknowledging that you might have been in a rush. You might have not given the situation enough time for you to figure it out. The conclusion to these questions for you is kind of staying up in the air. I don't think you're done with looking over that past situation. You might be, but I don't think you're done. You might still be thinking about it down the road there. But like, taking into account all of that's happening now for you, there's definitely some progress to it. And as you look at where you're at and what you've built already, even with a little bit of lack of patience there, you feel good about it. You're kind of patting yourself on the back there and saying, hey, I did that. That's nice. That's good. Like, there's a lot of self-acknowledgement there, which I feel like usually it comes to you very hard to do that, to kind of be proud of yourself even, because that's what this is. Kind of like, man, you know, that's a lot. That's so giving yourself that credit, you are, and it feels fucking amazing. So that's nice. That's super nice. That sense of acknowledgement over what it is that you're doing even right now. But again, as far as that past situation goes, that I do feel like it closed off, there are some doubts as you go, and they're gonna keep on popping in until you resolve that. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Queen of Swords, the Chariot, the Ten of Wands. You're doubting that you're on the right path sometimes, and we can see that even as you look over that situation in the past. Even if you were wrong, you did it, right? It's a done deal. Moving forward, Where are you now? What are you going to do moving forward, next? So kind of lingering in these energies of, was I wrong? Was I right? I should have maybe done it that way and that way. It just keeps you stuck in your head. It's not allowing you to acknowledge that you're actually on the right path here. So it's kind of taken away from that. You do have times in which you step back into your power and you acknowledge where you're at and what you're doing, and that in itself places you on the right path again. So you're the only one, when it comes to you feeling whether or not you're doing something right or if you're on the right path, the only one that's going to take you off course there is going to be you. Staying stuck in doubt or kind of looking back at things or looking in the future and being like, oh, I should do this and that. Just the overthinking aspect. That's the only thing that's going to make things hard for you here. As far as the energies go, I can see you're on the right path with pretty much everything, even for that past situation. If it felt right to you in the moment, and you were clear and you seemed like you were, then that's what it was. There's no reason to now go and, based off your lack of patience over something else right now, you're thinking, maybe I didn't give that enough time either. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But like, the energies are clear. You're showing up super clear every time. The only time you're not showing up clear is when you get stuck in your head over things like that. Doubts, fears, all sorts of things, But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.